you along. Hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I'm your host, Tim Foster, this week, and the holidays are here, and we've got a great topic today. Great to have for the first time, or at least the first time I've interviewed him, Mr. Will Mabry, who is the Executive Director of Cleveland Vocational Industries. And Will, welcome to Talk of the Town.
Thank you, Tim. Glad to be here.
Thanks for your time, sir. And we'll just start off, Will. A lot of people there may be some viewers, and we have a few out there that are saying, what is Cleveland Vocational Industries? Well, we're going to kick off today, and I'm going to let you talk to folks. What is Cleveland Vocational Industries, Will?
Well, a little bit of history. There are approximately 8 to 10% of this county's population that have some type of disability.
Yeah.
A population of a little over 100,000 people. That means there are about 10,000 disabled folks in Cleveland County. About 40 years ago, a group of clergy, Shelby City School System, the Cleveland County Mental Health Association, concerned parents, and others got together and tried to figure out a way to find a meaningful opportunity for people with disabilities to go work, socialize, and that's how Cleveland Vocational became.
I was looking at your mission here at Will Cleveland Vocational Industries, and it's a wonderful organization. It's to provide opportunities and training for people with barriers to employment. When you hear that statement, your mission, what does that mean to you?
Well, it just means that the folks that we work with, we call them training associates, have an intellectual or developmental disability,
right?
And they more than likely could not find a job in the quote the real world.
Yeah.
And this gives them an opportunity to get together in a different setting from their homes and be with like people, meet friends, socialize. We actually offer employment for those that can work.
Yeah.
And they can earn a paycheck, and that's very important to them. And it just is also offers a place for them to go, and their parents or guardians the opportunity to get out of the house and work themselves. Sure. Otherwise, they may be having to be their only caregiver and have to stay at home. So the economic impact of that is very significant. We may talk about that a little bit later.
Absolutely.
But it is just a wonderful opportunity, and we are one of the few locally in this county that offer the work element to it.
Yeah, and I think that's awesome, and I think what also is awesome, and that's going to be one of our aspects of this interview today, is 40 years. 40, you guys are celebrating, Cleveland Vocational Industries is celebrating 40 years in this county, and that's pretty impressive, Will.
It is. That just goes to show you there's a need.
Yeah.
And there has been a lot of ups and downs, transitions because the disability community, the mental health community, there's so many changes in rules and regulations, and but we've survived and we're flourishing, but we've got a lot to do to make it better and more sustainable forever, because there's always going to be a need.
There's
always going to be a need.
Absolutely. Can you talk a little bit about your staff as executive director? I know you've got a wonderful staff. Talk about how crucial that is for the vocation.
Well, our staff is everything. We have we call them paraprofessionals. They're trained. They have to go through the extensive training in all kinds of criteria, and we have approximately 42 or 3 full-time employees or staff members, and another 18 or 20 part-time.
Yeah.
We're led by a program director that's been there for 30 plus years. She knows everything, ins and outs, and knows everybody. She has a great heart. She's just a wonderful person, and is, you talk about patience. it's hard sometimes, but she's great. And others, we have others that work with her to programs, billing specialist, and you can't work in our organization and not have compassion for your fellow man.
I would think that's got to
Yeah,
be a must.
Yeah, it is. And you get to know these folks individually. They're great. They have so much to offer, and it's just a matter of getting to know them and understanding, what they can do, what their challenges are, and then you work on the positives.
I was looking at some stuff. Cleveland Vocational Industries provides training, and I want to get your thoughts on this, Will, and training in self-help, recreation, community living, social skills, academic, work activity, work adjustment, and safety skills based on individual choice.
Right.
And that's crucial. I like that individual choice. Talk a little bit about that statement.
Yeah, that's very key. Each client, each training associate has their own plan.
Yeah.
And it's developed with the help of their family or their guardian and our staff, and we work on the plan and what they want to work on, whether it's working on, in some cases, motor skills, or just working on counting, doing simple math.
Yeah.
Coloring, doing colors, art, or working a job. You base their plan on what they want to do first, and if they don't want to do something, they won't do it, and but that's their right, and we work with them, and that's because we're there to serve them, and that's how we do it.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Talk about, for those that are looking for employment, how does that process go? Because I know we've got so many wonderful employers, but it's got to be specialized, I'm sure, in some cases. But talk about how you guys as a staff and you as the executive director work with an individual and work with employers in our community. How does that process work?
Well, when they come to Cleveland Vocational, most of our folks have been there for years.
Yeah.
But when we do have some new folks come in, sometimes the ones that are looking for outside work will come in through our vocational rehab department. We have a separate North Carolina vocational rehab office at Cleveland Vocational. We have a director there, and we have two or three job coaches. So that's the best route for being employed in the community. And we work with them, and they go through the process of we have several folks, greenhouse, Mull family, greenhouses, Ingles stores. We have folks working at Ingles stores.
Yeah, I wondered about that because I think I've seen some of your individuals over there at Ingles.
And
they do a great job.
Yeah, we work with our job coaches with them for a period of time. There's a whole process involved, and you go do the training, and then they decide if that's something they want to pursue, and then they go from there after a period of time, whether that's 60 or 90 days or whatever, and if everybody's on board, then they hire them, and they're full-time employees.
And that's awesome.
Yeah, it's opposed to our folks at CVI. Most of them work for us, are doing our production contracts, and they're not necessarily there to make a living. They're there to work and earn a paycheck, the best to their ability, but also to meet folks, to learn social skills, the life skills. This is all something that doesn't come natural, and parents and caregivers don't have really the skills or the patience to do this. So most of our folks, although we've had a couple, I'll give you an example of one specifically that came through a couple of years ago. He was autistic,
Yeah.
and but was brilliant with music.
Mm-hmm.
To this day, well, he started 2 years ago at Gardner Webb in the music program. He's living in a dorm.
Wow.
And he started off working on our production floor as one of our training associates, and we discovered, with his parents and our staff, that he was capable of doing that, and that's what's one of the great stories.
And now he's at a D1 university.
That's right.
Yeah, that's pretty
And
awesome.
he's just folks, and I'm not obviously an expert on autism, but there's so much maybe hidden that
No doubt.
that can be exposed with the right opportunities and the right circumstance. And we've had a couple others, to my knowledge, that have been able to. We've realized that they're capable of, and they're worthy of being paid like everybody else.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, before we go to break, talk about where Cleveland Vocational is located. Some folks might be asking. Talk a little bit about your locations or location or locations.
Yeah. Okay. Well, our main location is, I tell everybody, it's across the street from the John Deere place.
Yeah, we know where that's at. Yeah.
Even though it's James River.
James River now,
right.
yeah, I believe. Yeah.
But it's 650 North Post Road,
Okay.
and which is Highway 180.
Yep.
And we're in that big metal building to the right if you're headed towards Cherryville or Falston or whatever.
Yeah.
And on the left if you're headed towards 74 bypass.
Yeah, not far from the roundabouts now.
Exactly.
That we're all getting used to.
Yeah, that should be my new point of.
Yeah,
Because they're
everybody in the county is getting used to those. Yeah.
Well, not everybody.
Yeah.
'Cause
No, well, I'm saying that in a nice way. Yeah.
I go through there about 4 times a day, and there's a accident there at least every day.
Yeah, I've noticed
several
that.
times
It's going
a
to
day.
get better though.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. But we're right there in the big old metal building on the right. We've done an awful lot in the last 3 or 4 years to upgrade the outside of the building. We've got a new sign. We've got better landscaping. But it's a wonderful facility, and we're open 5 days a week, and we're open for tours and visitors at any time. And if you can't find us, let me know and I'll come pick you up.
That's right, and that'll be cool. We'll come get you. We'll hang out here because when we come back, we're going to talk more about Cleveland Vocational Industries 40th anniversary in Cleveland County and what they offer. It's a wonderful, wonderful setup there. Cleveland Vocational Industries is our topic. This is Talk of the Town, and we're back right after this.
Killing people dying, children hurt and you hear them crying. Can you practice what you preach? And would you turn the other cheek?
How you doing today, ma'am?
Help us and some guidance from above. These people got me questioning. Where is the love? Where is the love? Where is the love? Where is the love?
She gets her hair from her mom, her eyes from her dad, and her drugs from her home medicine cabinet. Fact: more people die from drug overdoses than from car crashes or gun violence. And over 50% of those deaths are from prescription drugs. Prescription drug abuse is preventable. 1. Secure and take regular inventory of our medications. 2. Dispose of unused or expired medications. 3. Share this message with others. Be aware, don't share, lock your meds.
Looking for a smarter start to your future? Welcome to Cleveland Community College, where big dreams begin close to home. Whether you're launching a new career, transferring to a 4-year university, or building skills to level up, Cleveland Community College gives you the power to go further without the big price tag. With small class sizes, real-world training, and programs in healthcare, advanced manufacturing, IT, and more. We're here to help you succeed from day one. Affordable, accredited, and all about you. Enroll today and take your next step at Cleveland Community College.
Welcome back into Talk of the Town this week right here on C19 TV, and happy holidays to you as we are heading right into December. Tim Foster, your host, and great to have Will Mabry, the Executive Director of Cleveland Vocational Industries, and we're talking about 40th anniversary here in Cleveland County. As you see, is our topic. Big thanks to Holly Hamrick, our producer this week for the show. And Will, I want to talk a little bit more about, well, you mentioned your staff, but that didn't include, and I want you to talk a little bit about this, your volunteers, and you've got a lot of folks. You were talking about, you take a lot of the individuals that are a part of Cleveland Vocational home every day. Talk about your support staff and how crucial they are.
Well, they are invaluable. We have, we offer, as part of the service, transportation to, we have approximately 70 training associates.
Wow.
And the majority of them, we pick up and deliver home in the evening. We have about 8 different vans, 7 or 8 vans going out all over the county. They leave at sometimes 6 o'clock or earlier in the morning, going from Kaiser to Grover.
They're like school buses. They're up like sometimes even earlier than some of our Cleveland County school buses.
Yeah, and I have a lot of anxiety with all those vans and clients, training associates on the road every morning and afternoon. But we have basically our drivers are some staff members that volunteer to get some extra hours in.
Sure.
But we have a group of 3 or 4 retired gentlemen that are just as wonderful with everybody, and they're just as loyal, and we depend on them, and they're a great asset to the company.
I'm sure they are. And I want to go ahead and throw this out there. If there are folks that want to maybe volunteer, your website, phone number, the best way to get in touch with you, Will?
Yes. And we're happy to have volunteers. We've had some staff members that decide they want to quit working a full schedule to come in. We have folks that work only a day a week or so sometimes. But we have volunteers that come in and can help with a staff member, with a training associate at doing certain tasks and teaching and whatnot. So yeah, we love to have tours. We like to see people come through. Our folks, you walk through we call it our production area.
Yeah.
And there's 40 or 50 folks sitting there doing something. They all look up and they smile at you. They want to know who you are. They want to shake your hand, give you a fist bump.
That's awesome.
They want to give you a hug. It's just beautiful.
What you get back is, I'm sure, so much more than and you guys do a tremendous amount of work and put a lot into it. It is just Cleveland Vocational was pretty awesome. Talk about Allie's Cafe. A lot of people, you drive on the way to your location, pretty close to your location, is Allie's Cafe, and a lot of people have been there maybe or seen it, maybe never been in there. Pretty neat place, Will.
Yeah. It is. It's a half a mile from our main building there, going up towards the roundabout. On the left, right there at the community college. I think they call it the North Campus.
We have we've been out to the North Campus and done a few shows, yes.
And we're right there, and we've benefited from the North Campus with the training going on and the customers that we've been able to get from that. But Allie's Cafe is it is a working cafe. We're 7:30 to 2, 5 days a week.
Yeah.
Breakfast all day, but breakfast and lunch. We have lunch specials every day, and
I see a lot of cars there, Will.
It's from 11:30 to 12:30. It's very, very, very busy typically. And we have a very loyal group. We have a great staff there, but it's not there for money-making venture for Cleveland Vocational. It's there for a training facility.
Right.
So we have 8 to 10 maybe of our training associates that come there during the day for an hour or 2 or 3 or 4 at a time, that do work cash register, bus tables, take orders, do some dishwashing, cleaning, stuff like that, and that's how we justify the restaurant. Restaurant business is tough.
Yes, it is.
And
at any level.
At any level, yeah. So our goal is with our food sales is to do the best we can and hopefully break even. And the real benefit comes through the job training possibilities. And but it's very reasonable pricing, maybe too reasonable.
Yeah, it's a good place to eat. I've been
But
there
it
many
is,
times,
it
and I've seen some of your staff, and they are just so kind and
Right.
friendly. You mentioned the fist bumps, handshakes,
Yeah.
and even a hug
Yeah.
from time to time as well. And it's really good food, and I encourage folks to go out
Yeah,
and try it if they haven't
Right.
eaten at Alley's.
Yeah, I've had people say, "Why aren't you open on Saturday mornings?" And we said, "Well, it's
Yeah,
expensive."
yes, it is.
Yeah, and I'd like to be able to accommodate, but we've got a, you know, we're a staff is about as thin as we can get and still, you know, maintain the quality and the service, and we do the best we can to maintain that.
Yeah, yeah. Talk a little bit more about, I want to get back, you mentioned it, your day programs, because I think that is so crucial, and it's a lot of work, but it's really crucial to the success of Cleveland Vocational Industries. Talk a little bit more about that, Will.
But day programs are basically what we offer for our folks that want to work and can work. And we have 6 or 8 or so outside manufacturing type customers that we do work for. Most all of them are from Cleveland County. One maybe in Cherryville, Gaston County, but
Yeah,
we depend on them for our programs for the folks that want to work and can work.
right.
Now, some day programs outside, we've had, well, the community college, last year we had weekly classes on just basic education, and we had 10 or 12 every week, a couple times a week, maybe 2 or 3 days a week, where community college furnished a teacher, and they worked on everything from numbers, counting, to the types of clouds in the sky.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
we're working with the YMCA, going to the YMCA on Thursday. As a matter of fact, they're going this afternoon to do chair volleyball.
Yeah,
So we want to be out in the community. We want to be seen. We want to be known as an organization that offers opportunities for folks that are not going to get them otherwise. And we're always looking for new programs. We're looking at horticulture therapy. We've got a garden in the front there where I'm growing collard greens and cabbage and
I think that's great.
and
Yeah.
broccoli now.
Yeah.
I've had tomatoes and beans and squash and cucumbers during the summer, and they see how it's grown. They see where the vegetables come
Yeah.
from. We've got some flower gardens. The Burns Junior ROTC Air Force, ROTC, a couple of years ago built some really nice flower beds for us, and so we've got an Eagle Scout doing a trail now for us beside our building,
Oh, okay. Yeah,
which will allow us to, you know, be more outside and active and exercise. And we've got one of our board members donated a artificial turf pad that we can do bocce ball and putting greens and stuff like that. We can set up outside or inside, and so we look to have fun.
Yes.
We go out, we take them outside, do some shopping when they get paychecks every other week if they want to, go out to eat. You know, that's our staff is
yeah.
incredible.
Well, it's just wonderful stuff, and Will, we have really appreciated you coming in and talking as you're celebrating 40th anniversary of Cleveland Vocational Industries. And again, as we wind down, Will, if folks would like to volunteer, they're asking, hey, how can I help out with this wonderful organization? Again, how do they do that, Will?
Best way is phone call, 704-471-0606.
Yes, it on screen.
Yep. Our website there has an option for communicating with us, contacting us, and by all means, look up our website and see. We have a wonderful 5-minute video that does a great job of telling our story.
Yes.
And our website is full of information, but the video is absolutely stunning, and it will give you a great sense of who we are and what we do.
Well, Will, I just appreciate, excuse me, what you do as executive director. Thank you for taking the time to tell us about Cleveland Vocational Industries, and thanks for all you do. And I hope folks will call and find out more about it. But happy 40th anniversary, and thanks for your time, my friend, and happy holidays.
Thank you, Tim. Happy holidays to you.
Thank you, Will. Hey, if you've got future story ideas, please email us. You see it on your screen, info@c19.tv. Hey, we say happy holidays to you. It's the shopping season. We hope you enjoy it, and we hope you'll come back and see us next week for Talk of the Town.